and welcome to another episode of Shiz and Giggles, our weekly wind down podcast where we talk about everything and anything. My name is Jenna Hasher, and I will be your host today, but I am never alone. My first co-host is I'm going to pronounce this so wrong, I'm so sorry. Nicaraguan American and super proud about it. One of her joys is to make people laugh. She's serious about her work and passions, but she knows watching the latest, highly acclaimed adult comedy show in bed is just as important. It's Fatima Bustos.
Hello. And you said that fine.
I know my speech impediment. I'm trying, okay?
It's all good. I understand.
Okay.
But yeah, happy to be here.
I'm glad to have you here as well. My second co-host loves to cook and hang out with her dog, travel and enjoy a nice glass of wine. She has a passion for painting, sculpture, and all things plants. A crafter and tinkerer by nature, she loves to learn and has been in the world of events for about 8 years. An avid indoor gardener and owner of 100+ plants, it's Heather Hemphill.
Me. What's up, y'all?
Hi, I'm so happy to have you here. Look at the team. Look at us go. All right. Today we are talking about a trending topic. So let's kick it off with the Marvel Universe. So Marvel has taken over the cinematic scene by slating to release 4 movies and 5 TV shows in this past year, 2021. As of August 2021, the Marvel Cinematic Universe series was the highest grossing film franchise with a total worldwide box office revenue of $22.93 billion US. That is a lot of dollars. So this week, we are going to use the Eye of Agamotto, which is the time infinity stone seen around Doctor Strange's neck, to look into the future and make some predictions about what is going to happen in the MCU. But before we get carried away with ourselves, I want to ask my co-host so we can see what the playing field is like today. Are you a fan of Marvel? I will get us started because I am the host with the most. But yes, I am. Okay, so I've loved Marvel since I was 8 years old. Iron Man is my favorite character, obviously. I have a little plushie. My brother got him for me when I was like 13. I also have the arc reactor from the second Iron Man movie tattooed on my back. Me and my brother have matching tattoos. He has the one from the first movie on his back. And last Christmas, my parents got me this wonderful encyclopedia that has all the Marvel characters in it. So, huge fan. Love the comics, love the movies, love the shows. And I know we have another really big Marvel lover on today's episode. So I want to pass it over to my good friend, Fatima. Oh no, Fatima, I think you're a little muted.
Sorry, my computer is being a little
You're good. It's
but
all
yes,
good.
yes indeed, I am a fan. I've actually been a fan since I was probably 5 years old. When the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire came out, so I'm a big fan with all 3 trilogy. I took this happened. My mom took this picture. It was a great moment. I remember having this picture taken because it was when Spider-Man 3 had just came out. My dad got me that poster and all the games and stuff.
You should frame it and put it on your desk.
You know what? I should, because that's still me inside. I still see her in the mirror, so it's great. But I love Spider-Man very much. I love Marvel very much. So
I know it's a great universe. Exactly.
It's a beautiful escapism, I think.
I know. Heather, you've seen the movies. So,
I have.
Yeah. That's you with the Marvel. All right.
Yep, I've seen them. Yep.
All right. Well, we'll go back to our predictions. So my first question of today is, who do we think is going to be the next Black Panther? Or, if I want to rephrase it a little bit, maybe take up the mantle of the next Black Panther? Because, as we know, Chadwick Boseman unfortunately did pass away recently, leaving the title kind of vacant. So we did want to know what are your thoughts? Do you think someone else is going to take it over? Do you think they're not going to put anyone in the new spot? Because we have a few contenders. We have Okabe, Okoye, and Shuri. So what are your thoughts?
Well, Heather, would you like to begin? Because I have my thoughts for sure.
Well, I don't have a lot to say. You guys are making me feel like I live like under a Ragnarok right now. Like I don't know what's happening.
You knew enough to give the pun. You knew enough to give the pun.
I have to say, because I've seen Black Panther twice, and Shuri's his sister, correct?
Mm-hmm. So a little background. Wakabe is like his longtime friend and also love interest of Okoye. Okoye is like the head of his guard and also longtime friend. And then Shuri is his younger sister, who is also a brilliant mind and is actually deemed smarter than even Tony Stark.
Well, I feel like it would make sense that it was his sister. I do love the actress who plays what's her name?
Okoye.
Okoye. Because she's Michonne in The Walking Dead. She's a total badass.
Yeah.
She's wonderful. And then the other gentleman was also the lead in Get Out. He's an incredibly talented actor. So it's a tough call, and I can't predict the future. I don't got that bougie necklace that one guy has. But I like the lady in red.
The lady in red. All right. Fatima, what about you?
Yes, I also agree that Okoye would be incredible as a Black Panther Legion that follows him. But Shuri makes a lot of sense. I think she's a genius, literally, and T'Challa also is a genius. So it would be really cool to see her in that outfit.
Of course. Well, moving on to our next question. Do we think Black Widow is coming back? Because, her solo film just did get released this past July. We do unfortunately know how she meets her end in Endgame. But there is rumors that there was an alternative scene filmed for the end of Black Widow that was not used, where she was whistling back to Yelena. So what are our thoughts? Do we think Scarlett Johansson may be making another cameo in the MCU? Do we think she's really gone? What are our thoughts?
I think Marvel is capable of just bring anybody back in the multiverse that's coming up, because that's really what they're honing in on. Is like, it's not just one universe. There's like 5,000 more. So they'll be like, oh, this is like universe 2003 Black Widow or something. So I can imagine that she'll just come back somehow. I
agree. I know that obviously Scarlett Johansson and Disney had some kerfuffles happening with legal issues about the movie. I think it has been settled now, so she is on good terms with Disney again. But I don't know. I feel like as much as I love the original six, as much as I want to see Robert Downey Jr., my man, come back as Tony Stark, I feel like their time is like starting to pass. The only one that's really left in the franchise is Thor, I think, and Hawkeye. But even he's kind of getting ushered out with this new show with Kate Bishop coming in. Sure, I think I think it may be time to start a new chapter with some younger, fresher faces.
I didn't see Black Widow. I didn't even know that was a movie. Or was it a show? I don't know.
It's a movie. It was released in theaters and on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, it actually just got released on the platform for everyone.
Okay, sure. Then I will watch it and I will report back to you guys.
Thank you.
Watch
it this
weekend.
Your full reviews on Monday.
Full review. Yeah. I will submit my report.
Amazing. Okay.
Superhero though, Scarlett Johansson is one of my celebrity crushes, as well as Robert Downey Jr. from the 80s.
Okay, Robert Downey Jr. any age. Okay, I have a list. He is number one.
Cute.
He is number one. All right. Well, that was so much fun. I'm so glad that we got to see all different perspectives from longtime Marvel fans and just the casual watcher. But we're going to go into our segments. I'm trying to
light shade. Edward Norton used to be the OG Hulk. I mean, I'm not totally out of the loop, you guys. Okay. I just don't know what they ate for breakfast. Like, I'm not that into it. So,
Laura does like Pop-Tarts. Anyway, Fatima. We're going to go with her for our first segment with Music and the Player.
Yay! I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe soundtracks. I think they're really cool. So I would love to dive in a little deeper. Also, shout out to the character on this slide. It is Miss America / America Chavez. She's actually set to be in the next Doctor Who. spoiler alert, but we don't know how she's gonna be snuck in there. But anyway, it's like 100% she's gonna be in there, so it's really cool. And she's Latina, just obviously like American chops. But yeah, the music in the cinematic universe in general is just incredible. I actually made a playlist for you guys if you are interested in listening to my personal top 20 favorites. I have a lot of favorite songs and playlists, so this is just one of like 100. But I recommend the Black Panther soundtrack. That's definitely featured in this playlist. It actually,
I must say, Fatima, I listened to this while working today, and it was
Oh.
excellent.
let's
I will say for the viewers here, oops, sorry,
Yes.
Thor's trying to come in. He's trying to get home. That there is some explicit content, so
yes, that is true.
it's
I
spicy.
will have that in mind for the next time.
But it was
if
awesome.
you guys
I
have
was
seen
grooving.
yours. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that.
Just don't listen to it around kids. We're fine. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is made for children too. So if it's in the movies, it's their fault. Okay.
They drop some
Don't
bombs.
do that.
They do drop some bombs in there, but for sure, the Black Panther soundtrack in general. Well, that album was produced by Kendrick Lamar, and you know he's a really cool dude. One of the songs on there is "King's Dead," which is like very explicit, but really good production and amazing like sounds in general. But my personal favorite is my Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. I think that's one of the best.
That was
soundtrack.
such a good movie.
Yes,
It was.
thank you. And I'm sure you all know one of the biggest songs, DJ Fatima, just one of the biggest songs ever, probably from not just the Marvel movies, but like movies in general, is "Sunflower" by Sway Lee and Post Malone, which is a really good song. Kendrick also has a song with SZA on his album called "All the Stars." That's a really amazing song. So I'm curious, if you guys have heard of any of those. But I'm a big fan of the Spider-Verse universe. I actually was like really huge fan. Yeah, for a long time.
Tell Fatima.
Yeah. Like I drew it.
Aww, that's
I
so
don't know what it's
good.
like a baby picture. Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, first of all, that's talent right there.
Thank
That
you.
is really excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I drew that by looking at a picture. So
that's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes,
That's
Queen.
yeah.
Skill.
Thank you so much. And
love
again, that's the album cover. If you guys don't know of the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse movie,
I love it.
Awesome.
Very
So
like stark contrasts. I love it.
Yeah,
It's very
thank you.
good.
Yes.
It is very good.
Yes. So moving on a little bit, I was actually the Gwen Stacy female Spider-Man character for Halloween. And since we're wrapping up the season,
Heck yeah.
yeah, that's
So
it.
cute. I remember I saw this on Instagram. I said, "Go off, Fatima. Go off."
Thank you.
I love it. It
Yeah.
was really good.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. But yes, I'm done with my TED talk on my passion
Chat.
Your passion.
for my Spider-Man. I'm curious though if you guys have any music favorites from the Marvel universe though. If you guys are familiar, I kind of mentioned some Sunflower song and
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but there was one song that I starred on that playlist that was from the Black Panther soundtrack. So
Yes.
definitely a Black Panther soundtrack, I'd say.
I am a huge fan of obviously the Iron Man movie soundtracks because obvious reasons.
Yeah.
A movie that was made specifically for a song that was made specifically for Iron Man 3 by Imagine Dragons called Ready Aim Fire. Really good song. It's such like a good like hype song. It's really good. However, one of like I guess you could call it like almost Iron Man's like theme song because it's like played a lot throughout his movies and every time he's introduced, it's "Shoot to Thrill" by AC/DC. It's a great song. It's amazing. It's in Avengers when he's like, "Did you miss me?" and then it comes over the Quinjet speakers and like Agent Romanoff is hearing it. It's really good. It's good. It's a good movie. Okay, it's a good movie. Good song. Great. I love it.
Yes. We love it.
Love it.
Love it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Fatima. That was a great segment. I love hearing about your perspective because I think you have really good taste in music.
Oh my God, thank you.
Moving on to our next segment with Heather Hemphill. Let's go for You Grow Girl.
What up, y'all? So as we know, I'm a watcher. Maybe I wouldn't call myself a full fan. I do enjoy them. I enjoy the universe. I've seen most of the things. I haven't seen all of the things. So I thought to myself, okay, plants. I'm sure the Marvel universe has plants or plant-like creatures. So that is what we are going to explore today. So this was a full-on like research project for me because I don't know the ins and outs of all the things. But we are going to start off with the most famous of the plant type creatures, which is, and you guessed it, Groot.
I am Groot.
I am Groot. So Groot is a humanoid plant from, and I'm going to butcher these names, Talunya, whatever. He was first first appearance was actually in a comic book that was, I think, in 2006. It was relatively recent. So a few fun facts that I learned about Groot is I had no idea that his voice was Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
And that he recorded saying "I am Groot" 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm. So he did the one in Spanish too.
Yes, Spanish, Russian, Hungarian. He did it in like 12 different languages or something. It's fascinating. I thought that was really awesome. And then, spoiler alert, you shouldn't be watching this at all if you don't know this full spoilers and all this, but that when he sacrificed himself at the end of the first Guardian of the Galaxy, when Rocket saved the twig from him, that is actually a different Groot. So that is an offspring. It's a different character. So if you did not know, Baby Groot is a different person. It's Groot 2. So I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did you know that?
I didn't know his name was different, honestly. I thought he was just like Groot, the same Groot. That's really
Nah, dog. It's a different Groot.
It's a different boy.
It's a different Groot. Yeah, so I thought that was awesome. And he has a bunch of fun powers, super strength, body transformation. This is my favorite, chlorokinesis, which means that he can control plants and like grow plants out of his hands and stuff. So I thought that was fascinating. And next up, we have this fantastic plant. So this is just a plant. It's called the Wandagore Everbloom. And it is an extremely rare flower that has inherent magical properties. They have pink petals. One of the pink petals, if you put it on your tongue, it can help you see the future. So this really has only had presence in some like OG comics. I say OG, it's from the early aughts. But I have not seen WandaVision, but apparently there's a scene with a neighbor named Agatha who gives her a plant. There's suspicion that that plant is this plant because it was a plant in the comic, but I don't know if it was like
it was never confirmed, but like it was like the creative team dropping hints that it was that character because you didn't know who Agatha was. But.
Yeah. So I thought that was very cool. Up next, we have Death Blossom. So this only had like 2 appearances. So this came out in this comic of July 2020. So it's a relatively new critter. It is a flower that is created by the Cotati, C-O-T-A-T-I, which is an alien race. They have the conflict with the Kree. I know the Kree.
Yeah,
I know about them. But the energy of this plant amplifies that species' magic and can control all plant life on that planet. So it's used in war. Apparently, in this specific comic, they use it to attack Wakanda. So it's really interesting. And it's only, like I said, it's only had 2 appearances. So who knows? It might show up in a movie. And then last is my personal favorite because it's so weird. It is My man Plaque. So that's how I pronounce it. I don't know. But anyways, the origin is unknown because it is a ancient race of sentient vegetables.
Oh my God.
Come on. You have to love this, Fatima.
Oh,
You're a vegan, right?
That's my cousin.
It's your people.
Did you say that's your cousin?
Yeah,
It's your cousin.
yeah, that's my cousin.
Listen to this. How cute is this? Overcoming their limits of their roots, the vegetables evolved into space-spanning overachievers. So their doom was their vanity. How sad. And they failed to pick themselves during the first cosmic frost. So a lot of them died. However, one of them was able to get to Cleveland.
Okay. Because nothing happens good in Cleveland.
Because why not Cleveland? So one of them crashed in Cleveland, and he ended up convincing this man named Arthur to like merge into like a humanoid sentient vegetable critter called Turnip-Man.
I love that.
And then Turnip-Man was the antagonist to Howard the Duck.
I love that.
So come on now. I mean, this should be in film. This should be a movie. I
Howard
fully
the Duck
endorse this.
is in the MCU, so maybe we can see a guest appearance by Plus.
He's like affiliated with Deadpool, I think, too, or something.
Oh
like
man!
Mhm.
Right? Turn up with Turnip-Man. That'd be great.
Yes.
Oh,
the
God.
space turnip. How incredible is
I love
that?
that.
There was so many different awesome ones. One of them was called the Mighty Tree, and it was a tree that got affected during like one of the atomic bomb tests, and it could literally use its roots to like crawl and walk around. It was a lot of stuff. It was cool. But yeah, this was fun. This was a challenge that I took it and ran with it, and I learned a lot of new
I
things.
love it. Thank you so much, Heather.
Yes.
Did you say thank you for your service?
Yes. Thank you for your service.
I love it.
I actually learned a lot, so that's really cool. I agree with Tarika. Great research.
Yeah.
Great research.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, folks. Well, we are going to wrap up today's show with my segment of Who Said That? So, a quick little recap for those who don't know. My segment is a game. I will say a quote, and then you will guess who said that. Since this week it is Marvel, I will be doing Marvel Cinematic Universe quotes. Okay, so let's get started with our first quote. I can do this all day. Is it Steve Rogers, Captain America, Thor Odinson, or Peter Parker, also known as Spider-Man? So again, I can do this all day by Steve Rogers, Thor, or Peter Parker. What do we think?
I think it's A.
I think Steve Rogers.
Yeah. A.
A. I know we're having some comments in the chat. Jasmine thinks it's my man Peter.
My man.
I don't know.
That's my man, Jasmine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Holly says Captain. All right. Erica says Thor. All right. Let's see who the answer is.
Survey says
Steve Rogers, Captain America.
You just don't know when to give up, do you?
I can do this all day. I can do this all day. I can do this all day. I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
oh, this is excellent.
I know.
I can watch that all day.
He does say that quite often. All right, everyone. Our next quote is, "That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry." Is it Wanda Maximoff, also known as the Scarlet Witch? Is it Bruce Banner, the Hulk, or Tony Stark with Iron Man? What do we think? That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry. Who do you think would say that?
Well,
Really?
Okay.
Do you, Terica says the Hulk. Okay.
Oh, I meant B. Sorry, I meant B. Because in the movies, he always calls him. No, wait a minute. I don't know.
Who do we think?
I'm gonna say B.
It is definitely my man, the Green Man Hulk.
The Green Man, the Green Boy. All right.
Green Boy.
Oh my God! Look, my mama. Hi, Mom. She said Bruce Banner. Good for you. Bruce Banner. All right. Let's roll a clip.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
Boom.
All right.
That's how I feel when I'm hungry.
All right. Our third quote for today is dun dun dun. Thank you for your cooperation. Is this Clint Barton, who is Hawkeye, Loki Loki-san, or Natasha Romanoff, who is Black Widow? Again, this is said a few times throughout the franchise. Is it thank you for your cooperation, and who do you think it is said by?
I'm going. Okay. I'm going for the God of Mischief, Loki.
Oh, okay.
I'll say C. I don't know.
Natasha. All right. And the answer is
Is it A? Oh, it is C.
Natasha Romanoff. Thank you for your
Yes.
cooperation. Let's roll the clip.
Great.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, dang.
Don't take it personal, but thank you for your cooperation.
What?
She's so
I would-
good.
That's right. That makes a
All
lot of
right. Our last and final quote of today's game is part of the journey is the end. Is it Tony Stark, Iron Man, Vision, or Thanos? Again, part of the
C.
journey is the end. C, so Thanos.
I'm going with, dang. I don't know. I'm stuck on this one. I'm going with Tony.
Tony.
Sounds like he'd say.
Sounds wise.
Sounds wise.
Symbolic. All right,
No,
we have
dang.
Izzy thinking it's Vision. Tarika
Izzy,
thinks it's
right.
Thanos. Holly thinks it's Iron Man. So again, part of the journey is the end.
Dang, it is.
All right. It is.
Oh,
Tony
no,
Stark.
I doubted myself.
He
Nice.
says it's an Endgame. When we roll the clip, I might cry a little.
Then again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness.
Keep it together, Jason. Keep it together.
Yeah.
You got this.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Or
love
rip
it.
in peace, actually. Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Okay.
Moving on.
We had a wonderful show today. So before we wrap up, I do want to ask both of you, is there anything else you want to talk about? There is something really big happening in the MCU coming out, I think, today, actually. So anything we want to announce, maybe? No? Eternals.
I am Captain America. Oh, what?
Oh. Okay, well, Heather just made a shocking revelation, so we'll see that in tomorrow's headlines. But no, Eternals is coming out, I believe, today. If not, it's tomorrow. I will be seeing it tomorrow. But it is the latest and greatest in the MCU, so make sure you get out and see it because it is a turning point.
Yes.
All
No, I read Jasmine. Yeah, honestly, Holly, our team member Holly, actually gave me a McDonald's toy from the film. It's
From the
an
movie.
excellent little toy. It's on my desk, but yes, I'm like very excited for the
It's so
Eternals.
cute.
I love it. Oh, wait, I'm getting it passed to me.
Yes, there it is, and it does a little.
Wait, oh, does it move? What is
Yeah,
it?
no, the little button. Yep.
Oh, okay, like that.
Yeah.
What character? Who is that?
It's one of the new characters from the new movie. I don't know her name yet.
Okay.
I haven't memorized it.
I didn't memorize
her
it.
name is Gemma, I think her actress's name is Gemma Chan. Or
Yeah.
Chan. But
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah. All right, folks.
Woohoo.
Well, that was our episode today. So I want to thank my wonderful co-hosts, Fatima and Heather. And a special thanks to everyone who has participated in our show today. It was great having you here, and we hope to see you again. We stream every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join us on the All About Presentation YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn page, and if you can't make them, then no worries. We repost all our episodes on our YouTube channel and onto our Facebook page. Have a happy Friday and a great weekend.
AAP, assemble!
Oh, I love that.